Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Sunema.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And today we're playing a two-player game of Arkwright, the card game.
Which is this game right here. This is a prototype. So everything you will be seeing today will obviously be prototype components. The prototype components are very good, but it's the prototype, so it's going to look probably a bit different than this on Kickstarter. This is on Kickstarter right now. We are very happy to have this game. We were supposed to have this before the Kickstarter, and this video should have been here before the Kickstarter, but things happened and the world is like it is, but we have it now, which is amazing because I especially really love Arkwright, and you also like it, even though it's long and very heavy.
Yes.
And a lot of math and a lot of calculations.
Yeah, a lot of work for my brain.
Yeah, so before we start, of course, this is a preview, so we're not going to go into the nitty-gritty details of what we think, but I will say this. Arkwright is a very good game, but it's very long and it's very hard to get to the table because of that, and it's very daunting for people, both because it's long and complex, but also because it looks like a spreadsheet, and it is like the most beige euro of every euro in the world, even more than Arkwright that we just called the beigest euro of the beige euros. So when a card game comes out, like a card game version of games comes out, I'm always a bit hesitant to get into it because I've been burned on that a couple of times. That the game hasn't really been interesting. It's just been like a rehash of the original.
Yes.
But when I heard about this, we got an email from Game Brewers a couple of months ago, and they're talking about this. And okay, we have to preview this because this is interesting. If they can kind of slice the time in two or more and make it kind of feel like Arkwright, but still be a different kind of game, it will be very interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
So hopefully we will show you that it has done that, because spoiler alert, I think it has done that. So we are doing a two-player game today. Obviously in Arkwright, if you have played Arkwright, you will know that the two-player game is a bit nicer. There isn't too much interaction. You'd probably play this game now, two players, without any interaction, but that wouldn't be any interesting in Arkwright. There is kind of a demo player here that I will explain in a minute, but other than that, it is going to be a nicer game, probably with two, than it is with more players. So if you see this and you feel like, oh, that doesn't look like a lot of interaction, it's going to be more in the multiplayer game.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is that we're not going to go and do a full rule breakthrough before the game. If you want to see a pure tutorial of the game, I recommend you go and check out John Gets Games. He has a tutorial for the game, which is very, very good. But if you just want to see us play the game, and I'm going to do a brief overview of what you are trying to do in this game before we start. So should we just jump into it?
Yes.
Let's do it. In Arkwright, the card game, you are trying to be the wealthiest person at the end of the game. But money doesn't get you anywhere in this game. The only way to have money, to have value in life, is to own shares or stocks in your own company. So in this game, you're going to start with 10 shares in your company. And that share is going to have a value of 10. That means that we have 100 victory points at the beginning of the game. That's kind of nice. It feels nice and warm inside, starting a game with 100 victory points. And the point of the game is to get your share slider as long up here as you can to get the most shares. And you're also going to try to get the value up as much as possible. Because at the end of the game, you are going to multiply the stocks you have with the value, and that is going to be your score. So how do you do that? We are going to play 3 eras, or 3 time periods. We're going to play 1770, 1780, and 1790. After all of those 3, the game is over, and we're going to multiply, and the player with the most money or value is the winner. During each of these 10 years, we are playing 4 rounds where we're going to have actions. We're going to set our value for different goods that we produce in factories, and we're going to produce and sell those goods, both to the local market in England and also by ship to other places in the world, to try to get the most money so we can buy the most stock in our own company and be great stockholders in our own company, none other companies in this game. So how you do this is actually quite simple. In each round there's going to be 3 phases. The first phase is the action phase, where every player is going to do 1 action. So you only get 1 action. So during this game, we are only going to do 12 actions each. After you have done your one action, you will have to set your prices and your appeal for the good, because the more appeal you have, the more people want to buy your goods, but the less money is going to be worth. So you have to balance out trying to sell all the goods you make and get the most money you can from them. After you have done that, we are going into the second phase of a round, which is where you actually sell the goods. And we're going to explain that when we come to it, instead of doing it now, because it's going to make more sense when you have played a round. And then the third phase of the round is just basically a get ready for the next round, where we just do a couple of very small things, and then we're going to go to the next round. After the 4 rounds, when we're going through bread, clothes, cutlery, and lamps, we're going to do some small things, a bit more small things than after the first 3 rounds, and then we're going to go into the next era. So that is basically the flow of the game. And there are at your disposal 5 different actions. In this game there is a basic version and an expert version. We have, just to give you the feeling of the game and to make it like simpler and not be as long of a playthrough, we have decided to just play the basic game. So we have done a basic setup here with a couple of factories we're starting with. In a 2-player game you start with for the 4 different factories, you only have have one of each. So that means that you are starting with a bread factory and a lamp factory. You are the blue player. I'm starting here with some clothes and cutlery.
Yep.
So we're starting kind of like by ourselves, but there are another dummy player playing the game as well. The green player over here is starting with some appeal. He's basically not going to do a lot. He's just going to move a bit up on these tracks to help push us to actually do stuff in the game instead of just... This could be a very boring, non-interacting game if you play it without that and without moving into each other's factories. So we'll see when that will happen.
Yes.
So what we will do now is that we will start playing the game, and then we will, when we do each action for the first time, we're just going to explain the action. So if you don't get all the actions at the beginning, don't be afraid or scared, or that's the same thing, afraid or scared. Be happy, because we are going to do the other actions, so hopefully you will watch until at least we explain all the actions.
Yes.
So are you ready to start?
Yeah, I am.
Let's begin with round 1. So we are starting off round 1. You are the first player. I randomly started that. We should explain that we are starting with 1 development card each.
Yeah.
You are starting with the one that makes paying the wages for workers cheaper, because we have to pay wages every time we do something or every time you produce in a factory. So you have to choose one of the factories to put that in, and that factory is going to be cheaper for you. So either you can choose the bread factory where you're going to produce in the first round to make that cheaper, or you can produce in the lamp factory, which is a more basically it's going to be the same amount, because it's up to 4 and you get 2 cheap for each of them.
Yeah, I'm going to place it down on my lamp factory just to make that super awesome. So I'm just gonna put it down here.
Okay.
Yes.
So before we begin, like one big difference from Arkwright, which you will see and be kind of, if you have played Arkwright, you will see this, you'll be kind of like, what is going on? In this game, you do not pay for doing actions. And when we start playing this the first time, it's like, oh, how is that going to happen? You will see soon that we are still going to pay a lot of money. But the money is done differently here, and you will soon see how that works. That's kind of a teaser. If you play the Arkwright, you're going to be like, oh, that's interesting, adding this. So you are the first player, you can choose your 1 action. So we are in the first round here with bread, and it's your turn.
Yeah, so I think that I need to promote something. I need, because bread is coming up now.
Yes.
So I have to compete with this green guy to this alien. I don't know.
I don't think he's an alien. That would be definitely be like a Doctor Who episode. Very strange Doctor Who episode where...
So I'm just looking at my cards here. I have some quality that's permanent, like appeal or more money's worth. Or I have this, what is it called?
It's distribution.
Distribution. That
We're gonna
is
call
like...
it promotion. It feels like it's like someone being at the corner saying like, buy the bread, buy the bread.
Yeah, it feels like that.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to use this one.
Okay, do you want to explain the action?
So I'm doing the distribution action down here that allows me to put on 2 distribution, and I can do these on, like, I can distribute it freely.
Yes,
one on each. But in this case, I choose to put both of them over here.
Okay, so let's just shortly explain this board here before we go any further.
Yes.
This board basically tells you how good most of your actions are. So now we did a distribution action.
Yeah.
It does say that you can have a maximum of 4 distribution on one factory. And it says now that you can do an action is 2 distribution.
Yes.
Okay.
So I did that.
You added 2 there, that's going to add 2 appeal. And then after you have done your action, you're going to choose the value and the appeal for the good for that round. And that is bread now. So you have to choose. So right now, this slider here is telling you that the worth is 4. Now the value is going to be set for 4.
Yes.
And 0 appeal. But you have plus 4 money and plus 2 appeal. So right now, this would be at a 2, but you're not going to put it there before you decide what you want to end up at.
Okay, so I want to, I have 3 bread that I can sell. 1, 2, 3. So I need to be on 3 to sell those bread. So then I will put my value for the bread 1 down, and then I have 1, 2, 3 in appeal. So I will move up to the green guy here.
You will. And what happens now is that Sunniva is now moving up over this marker here, and this says that every time you move a marker over it, it's a red one. So the demand, this is the demand tracker, it goes down, and that is kind of weird because I'm putting it upwards. But the closer this is to your appeal, the lower the demand is. So it's kind of like the further down this is, the more demand it is.
Yes. So in this case, I could also choose to put my value further down to sell 4, or at least to bait the green guy and get like the most appeal, and that would give me some bonuses. But in this case, I'm happy on 3.
Okay.
So I'm happy about the pricing, and then I'm going to do a development, right?
Yes. So when you choose a development, which is the last thing you do in a round, you can either choose one of these cards up here, up to your maximum amount of cards. We have 1 in the beginning, and now we can only own 2. Or you can bump up one of these up to another level, so your actions will be better, or you'll be able to buy shares for half price, or you will be able to have more cards.
Yes.
So what do you want to start?
Actually, I'm going to just take this up a notch more, because I see that one over there that allows me to produce 1 more resource. And I'm going to put myself 1 up there, and this one goes 1 step more.
So that was not your development. That was just you changing your action.
I changed my mind, and then I take this development. This allows me to produce 1 more good. Then I have to discard the card, but that seemed like a good choice right now.
It does. Okay, so now it's my turn. I do not have any bread, but I still did get to do my action. So I think that I'm probably... Okay, so I could do some machines, which is a way to you fire workers and get machines to be able to not pay them too much. Or I could buy new factories. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to start competing with you right now. So
I'm just looking at my cards right here. So if you see things going on, I'm just checking out my options.
Okay, so I am going to then... I'm going to do something different then. I'm going to do some quality. And this action tells me I can add 1 quality. So I think maybe I am going to add a quality to my clothing.
Yes.
So I'm going to add a quality down here. Never mind the rotation. You can change that later. So that is basically my action. And then I'm going to up my machines. So I now can transform more machines. And because I do not have a bread factory, that's the end of my turn. So I do not do the second thing. So I did the development. I do not do the second thing where I change my appeal and my value because I do not have the bread factory. So now we turn over the card, and we are going into the production and sales. So let me explain how this works. You are now producing 3 bread like you said. And you can see that over here that this part of the factory with 2 workers is producing 2 bread. This part over here with 2 workers is producing 1 bread. If you upgrade this worker and upgrade the factory, it will produce 3 bread instead, but right now it's producing 1. So you're producing 3 bread.
Yes.
And you can discard this to produce another one. So you see now that your appeal is 4.
Yes.
And this demand is at 0. So to find out how much you will be able to sell, you take this number and you subtract that number. 4 subtract 0 is
4.
It's an amazing thing.
Good at math.
So if this would have been up here, then you could only sell 2 things. So especially when you play with more players, you will have this moving a lot upwards. And also right now you're alone, so you can choose where it's going to end.
Yes.
So I have to come in there pretty soon. But if you don't do that, like if you are alone, you can basically decide where it's going to end. And this is also a lot different from Arkwright. I'm not gonna talk a lot about the differences before the end, but just like for simple sake, like this is a lot different because there's a lot more interaction between the players. This is made a lot easier, but also a lot simpler, but also a lot easier.
Yes.
So now you can basically sell 3, or you can discard that to sell 4.
I'm going to discard this to sell 4. Oh, back here.
It is abstract. We don't have any goods. You're just like, I produce 4 and I sell 4.
Yes.
So what is your value for each of them?
I have 6 in value. So
that is how much?
24.
24.
Yes.
So we are to make it easy, you're gonna get 24 money just the first round. After that, we're gonna do it all by once. And now after that, if you had any left, you could have put them in a small warehouse, which is cards you have, you slide under, or you could have send them by ship. We're gonna probably do some ship actions later in the game, so we can show you that then.
Yes.
Then you're gonna see how much you have to pay.
Yep.
So what is the payment here?
Okay, so the first thing I look for is the payment of running the actual factory, and that is 8.
Yeah, it's over here. It's the same number. But
it's the same number, so I just always look there. Yeah, and then I have to pay for my workers, and it's 3 coins per worker. So in this case,
that is right now, because this is the wages track. So it starts at 3. And when somebody buys a new factory or get new workers, it will go up.
Yes. So right now it's 12 for my workers and 8 for my factory. That is 20. So that nets me the grand total of 4 points.
So that is pretty good.
4 coins.
Getting a plus,
I got a positive number. I'm happy
pretty
about
good in
that.
the first round. So
yes.
This is where you pay money in Arkwright the card game. Is to pay the factories. So trying to get the factories flowing and get them actually earning money is a lot of the crux of the game.
Yes.
So that's the first round. It's going to go quicker after a while.
You did not take a development.
I did. I did.
Oh, yeah, you did.
So now we go over here, and now I am the first player. So probably we should have had a first player marker. I don't have anything to use as a first player marker, so we're just going to remember it.
Yes.
So now we are at the clothing. This is something I care about.
I have Cthulhu, like
it's okay.
miniature.
So what am I supposed to do now? I think I'm probably just going to add another quality. It's a pretty boring thing to do, but I think I am going to do it. So that means that, but if I add factories, machines, I will have a lot less money to care about, because my development card makes me not pay for the first 2 machines. So I think I'm going to have to do that. So that means I can now add 3 machines. So now you can see here on the card, you see that this can have 2 of the workers exchange with machines, and this can as well. I only have 3 available, so I'm going to turn this card around, adding the 2 machines. So now you can see there's only 1 worker and 2 machines. And over here, I'm going to take a machine token. I'm going to add it here. Next time I take machines, I have to start by taking the second one there. That's the end of my turn. I then think I'm going to up my quality, so I can then do 2 quality in 1 action, and that's it.
Yeah, that's good. So where?
No, it's not. I have to
where
do
you want to set
that.
your
I have to do that before the development. Sorry. This is how you not play the game correctly. But yeah, this is not a rules video, so we are just going to play the game. So if you do something wrong, let us know in the comments.
Yes.
So right now I have a value of 9, and I have I need to get to 4 as well if I want to. I only make 3. So I could have taken that now if I want to do like the exact same thing as you. I could have done that. So basically I'm not taking my development yet, so I'm going to see if I'm going to do something different. So if I add that down here, I'm going to go 2, I'm going to go to 3.
3.
That goes 1 up. But if I go 1 more now, this is also going to go up.
Oh, that is right. I need to get...
we're going to explain that afterwards, and you can do it then. Just to make it simpler. We forgot to explain that.
Just help me remember.
Yeah, we're going to do it when we get to this one. So now I lost my way. If I push this even more up to be able to sell more, I will not be able to sell more, because this will also go up, and then it's going to be 4. Subtracting 1, it's going to be 3. So, but if I go up, I'm going to get more value on my shares, which is basically a good thing. So how much did you sell your bread for?
6, yeah.
Oh, it's really bad selling clothes for the same as bread. But getting that value is very good. It's even might even be better. So, and I'm not going to pay for more than 2 workers on 1 machine. So I'm going to pay less than you. So I think I'm going to do that. But I'm going to sell 1 less than you as well. But I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to go up here and do that. So that means that I now can sell 3. I produce 3. So I'm going to push my quality up.
Yes.
So then we're going to sell. And it's only me.
Yep.
So no, we're not going to sell. It's your turn first. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, it's your turn.
Yes, I think I'm going to exchange my people.
Exchange your people.
Oh, that sounded harsh. For machines
Fire them.
as well, because I have 1 for each. So I'm just going to do like this because I can indeed exchange 2 machines.
And as you can see, the actions here are very simple. Like all of the actions are usually very short. When we remember to do them correctly in the correct order, it's even better.
And then I could set my appeal, but I'm not in a close business yet. So then I'm going to also up my quality as well.
And that's it.
Yes.
And then I'm going to sell.
Yeah.
So I can sell 3. And
you
that's
have
all
3?
I have.
Yes.
So that is 6 times 3, which is 18.
Yep.
So I'm going to get 20 and 2 less. So I'm at 68. And then I'm going to pay for 2 workers, which is 6, plus 9, which is 15. And I am going to pay for 2 less machines, so that basically a cost reduction of 2. So I'm going to pay 16. Correct?
9
plus 6 is 15, 16.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
10, 11, 12, 13, no, yeah. 13, 14, 15, 16. So I netted $2.
Woohoo!
Very good.
This is how the game is in the beginning. You're like just trying not to get negative points.
Yeah, negative money.
So then we can do this together.
Yeah, or I should do it because it doesn't make sense that you get value and I get value.
But I
so
forgot
after
to get
you
value.
have sold your goods, you are gonna add some value to your shares. If you sold at least 2 goods, you're gonna get 1 value. And if you are the player with the highest appeal, you're gonna get another value. So you had that last turn, so you're going to get 2 value.
Yes.
And I'm having it now, so I'm getting 2 value.
Just forgot. This is pretty important to remember.
Because it's the whole game. If you don't do that, you're not getting anything. And then it's you again. You are the first player, and we continue playing.
Yes, so I have upped my appeal a little, so I'm wondering, no, I'm just kidding, what is the quality?
Quality, yeah.
So you can see on the track here maybe that it's going to be a while before I can really upgrade my quality again. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and up my quality. So I'm actually going to do one on each. No, that is boring. Maybe I should just 2 on this.
The huge difference between... we also forgot another thing. Watch the video in order and you will get it. Because this is going down. After you produce in a factory where you have some distribution...
Yeah, I tried to explain it, but I did it very briefly.
The distribution is going down. That's the difference between quality and distribution. So you have to take down the distribution.
Yeah. So this is going to...
So it's easier to get more of, but you will have to...
But I don't interact with this before I set my appeal next time.
No, that's correct, yeah.
Okay, so I'm done with my action, and then I'm going to...
And you don't have cutlery, so you're not going to set your prices, and then you're going to get the development.
Yes. So I think I will... could I get a... Actually, I think I will get this card again, so that I can be awesome at the lamps next turn.
Awesome lamps.
Awesome at the lamps.
Awesome at the lamps. That sounds like Silence of the Lambs, but a very different movie called Awesome as the Lamps. So it's my turn now. I think I'm going to do something as boring as add some more quality. So one of the things in this game, like another resource you have, is basically the amount of cards you have. Because I only have 1 more card that says 1 and 2, and I have one that has 3 and 4, and that's the ones I have. I can change them, so I can put this under here if I want to, but I also, so when I've used these, I've used them, so I don't have any more, so you have to kind of, this is a resource as well as the money is a resource in this game.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm going to add 2 down here, like this, because I can add 2 now. And then I'm going to set my prices. So this is up at 2. I am producing 2 cutlery, so it's kind of the same thing. You took that card, so I cannot take that.
Aha.
So I'm only going to sell, but it is at 1. That means that I have to go to 3 to be able to sell 2.
Yes.
So here as well, I am going to pay for 3 workers this time and 1 machine. So I am going to need at least, I'm going to just do 3. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to 3, so that means it goes 1 up. I'm going to be able to sell 2, and it's going to be a pretty decent price.
Yeah, that is good.
And that is that. I'm then going to take a development. I think I'm going to work towards getting this higher up. So I think before that, I'm going to grab one of these. Well, there is 2 of them. That means that we can have 1 each.
Because you can't have the same one twice, right?
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yes. Because I would just like, oh, I'm going to take this, and all my bread is going to be super cheap, but I couldn't do that.
Maybe I'm going to take that, because that is going to be
It's a good card.
Did you remember that there? No, it's here.
Yeah, it's down
so
here.
I'm going to get this. I'm going to put it on the cutlery.
That is good. I shouldn't have reminded you, because that is too good for you to have. I wanted
pretty
to
decent.
all
That's
to
gonna
myself.
I'm going to earn some money now, which is good, because
That
then I can
is
buy
actually
shares. Buying
nice.
shares is kind of the only thing you spend money on here. So you're trying to earn as much as possible, then buying shares when they are cheap. So that is that. I took my development, and then I'm going to sell.
Yep.
I'm the only one. I can sell 2 cutlery, and that is going to net me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 per cutlery.
Oh, that is
So
good.
that is 18. And now you understood like how it is. So just to speed up the game, we're just going to take the value and then subtract what you're going to pay.
Yes.
So I have to pay 10. So, and then I have to pay 1 for each of them, because the wages is at 3 and I get a 2 cheaper. I do not know how that works thematically. Like, what is that this card? It's just like, they just love to work, I think. So I have to pay 10 plus 3, that's 13, 14. So I earn $5.
Yay! That is more than before. That is not bad.
That is amazing.
That is
value
plus
for
money.
So that is the end of that round. It's not.
Yes.
I'm going to get 2 value, because I sold 2 and I am the highest appeal.
Yes.
And then it's going to be the last round where I start.
Yep.
And I am going to do an action. And this time, okay, so what do I need to do? The thing is, I might want to upgrade some factories next round, or actually, because if I do it now, I will not be able to upgrade them, because I have to wait until the second era to upgrade them.
This
then
is
also
interesting.
this will be upgraded.
Yeah.
But if I want to get into bread, for example, I would need to do that now, because or else I will only have 1 action to do anything with bread. And if when I build a new factory, I'm going to produce 2 bread, so that isn't too bad. But still, I'm going to sell it really cheap and probably be negative points. But if I get to sell 2, I will get my value up, which is good. So maybe I'm actually going to do that now. And I think I might do that. But then I have to do it again pretty soon.
Yeah, this is a
There's only 12 actions in the game.
Tricky game,
There's
yeah.
only 12 actions in the game. So if I do that twice, that's like very many of those 12 actions, 2. Yes. Which is a lot, like 1/6. That was what I was looking for. 1/6 of the action.
You're trying to be as efficient as you can, but
it's hard to do that in this game. So I am gonna do something. I could do that, or I could just get some distribution for later, or I can get even more quality if I wanted to. I'm just gonna do something just to not make
that sounds good.
Go along. So if I lose, I have an excuse. I think
if you lose, you have an excuse.
I think I might go into bread.
Oh, that is interesting, because his bread is next up. Next up on
Yeah,
bread.
I think like as soon as I can do it, because especially in a 2-player game, it's very good to be alone in one of these, because you will always basically be able to get 2 up on your value and sell whatever you want to. So in a 2-player game, you need to get.
No, I think this is important in any player game.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's very important to not let somebody be alone. But if you're more players, it's less likely that somebody is alone in something.
Yeah, but then it's more dangerous. Now we're equally alone in each space.
True. Yeah, that's true. So I'm gonna add this factory up here, so I don't get any worker card. I just get this, and then it is your turn.
Yeah, because you're not adjusting
I do
it.
not have any lamps.
You get a development though.
I do. I get some development. I think I'm gonna move towards more quality.
That is interesting. So
I like the green thumbs up. It makes me happy.
I'm also thinking a little about doing like a new factory because...
Oh, you're just gonna do the same. Oh, sorry. After we do the factory, we have to remember that the wages go up because there are more workers, and the demand goes up, which means down for everything because there are more mouths to feed.
Yeah, that is okay with me. I think actually I'm just going to continue on my quality train.
Oh, okay. So you are doing the other thing I wanted to do.
Yeah, so I'm going to put 1 thumb over here, and I'm going to up this to 3 thumbs.
Oh, wow.
I'm just doing a little switcheroo.
Switcheroo. That sounds good because lamps are coming up.
Yeah, and I'm just... Yeah, I'm doing this switching afterwards. Yes, and
now you have to set your value.
Want to set my... I'm
right
here now.
You have a value of 14 and an appeal of 0.
Yeah.
Which means you can't sell 0, but you could sell to your ships.
Yes, I could.
So both of your ships have a 2, so you could then basically sell 2.
Yeah, I don't want to sell to my ships
11.
because it's... Yeah, because you always get the basic values, and right now, I want to... how much appeal do I need? I want
3 if you want to have more than him. And also if you
I
want to
need
sell
to
2.
have 4. Yeah, just 3. Yes.
If you want to sell 2.
Yeah, and I have
You
one
have that
more.
one that you could use, but then you have to go up here. And if you go up here, he's going to be up here. No, it's not.
Nope.
No, it's going to still be at 1, so you could do that.
Yes, so...
It sounds really good.
Yeah, it is. So actually, I'm going to turn around this one. Oh, yeah. It's a little switching of these, but you can kind of get used to it. I feel like it's very easy to keep track of because it's just counting it together.
And mostly, if you have played this or you want to play it swiftly, the other player can start doing their turn after you have done that if you're not the last player.
Yes,
when you start fiddling with
absolutely. So now I'm at 4 appeal.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes
And I
2
have
up.
a value of 10 per... what do I sell? Lamp.
Well, 10. That's very good.
And then I want to
Get a development.
get a development, and I think actually I'm going to put this
you're going to start
up.
buying cheap shares.
Just so I don't need to think about it when I want to buy shares. So this one is quite clever. Now it allows me to, on my action, if I choose to do the buy shares action, I get 1 half off.
Yes.
Yes, and I can upgrade it to another 1 half off. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So then I'm selling lamps because you're not in the lamp
I'm
business.
not in the lamp business yet, or I might never be. So that means that you can sell 1, 2, 3 lamps.
And I'm going to do that, so I'm discarding this.
Good. And that has how many lamps?
That is 3 in total.
I meant, what is the value? That was like, it's 3 lamps. How many is that?
30.
$30. That is a lot of money. And how much are you paying? Not a lot.
I pay 11. That is the basic cost, and then I pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You pay 17.
17.
So that means that you net $13.
Woohoo!
That is a lot of money.
Is that
for
right?
The first,
yeah, that is right.
17 plus 13 is 30.
Yes.
So, and then you get your a value of your stock.
Yes, I
to
totally
14.
forgot again. Like that.
And that is the end of the first round. At the end of a 2-player round, these are going on up. This is going up, this is going up, this is going up, which pushes this up, and this is going up, which pushes this up.
Yep.
And then you're going to see who has the least money. We are exactly at the same space.
Yes.
And then it's going to be the player with the least money who decide who is the first player.
Okay, so you're deciding.
I think you're going to go first.
Yes.
Because then I'm going to be last in bread and cutlery.
Oh, you have to put your marker over there to show that you're in the bread business.
Now.
And also that one, yeah.
My factory marker up here. And then I'm going to move this over here and this over here. And then we're ready for round 2. So you are starting, we are at bread now in 1780. Let's see how the bread round goes.
Yes.
So as like this is the first time we are playing this with 2, and I can already say that there isn't going to be, as I said in the beginning, and it's obviously so far it's not going to be as much interaction going on because there are less players and there's still 4 of these different factories. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm going to try to get into bread now to see how Sonora reacts to that. She reacts by getting into cutlery.
Yes, so I think this is a nice time to get into cutlery. The reason I'm getting into cutlery is that, oh no, I'm starting in cutlery. I'm not happy about that. Maybe I should start, okay.
You can start some
jacket.
Some clothing,
instead.
But then you only have like 1 action to do something with it.
That is true.
There's so few actions in this game. Like there's so few actions.
Okay, so yeah, there's I'm just counting in my
Thinking
head.
in your brain.
Because then I have to do that. Yeah, but that can work. I had an evil plan, but I'm unsure if it's gonna work. Yeah, no, yeah, let's go to the mall. I'm going to the cutlery mall.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, let's.
And that is your action, and then you can set the value for the bread.
Yeah, I kind of want to upgrade things. That is my main intention when I'm doing this.
Because when you do the action of building a factory, which we haven't explained it, so I'll explain it now. You can build as many factories as you want, and you can upgrade as many factories as you want. But the factories can only be upgraded if you are in Era 2 or further, and there's only 2 levels of the factory, so you can be upgraded from level 1 to level 2, and then it's maxed out. So you are upgrading your 2 factories. You cannot upgrade the one you just built.
Why not? Isn't this coming into the game as a level 2 because we're in the...
I think it is, but
Yep.
you built it level 1, so that was why I was confused.
Yeah, I just forgot that we were in Era 2, so... There we go.
And since you built a factory, the wages are going up and all the demand is going up as well.
Yep. Okay, so that was my action. And oh, you're into bread as well. You're doing good by putting yourself.
I'm super into bread.
So yeah, you're having a nice time going lost in
having
both
such
of
a
the
good
things.
time.
That
having
is
some bread.
That is probably not good for me, but
The classic song, having some bread.
Never mind. Yeah, so I'm setting my appeal now, and right now it's at what? It's at
1, 2, 2.
2. 2 is not that good. I want to sell 5 bread, so I want to at least be on 5. But you're probably you're probably going to push that up to 1, so I should be at 6.
Okay.
That is the most
And
clever
now,
way
right now,
to do
you
it.
are at 2, like with that. So that would be 2 down, but let's not do that. Let's just put you where you are now and see where you ends up.
Isn't it clever to put it 2 down? So
You don't really do that.
okay.
You just set your value and then you put it.
Yeah, that is right. Okay.
Or you could just move it up and down if you really want.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, so to have myself at 5.
6, as you said, if you wanted to sell 5.
Yeah, I wanted to.
But you could also sell some of the bread with chips.
Yeah,
and also to show how that works.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about that because
selling with chips is good because you will get usually more money for it, but you will also lose value depending on the number of chips you have at the end of the game. You will lose value in your shares.
Yes. So actually, if I set my appeal at 3.
So you're going 1 down?
Yes. The chances for you pushing it up to 1,
it's very low.
It's very low. So then I am almost guaranteed selling 3 and then shipping 2. So I think I'm happy with that. So I'm going to take a development and I'm going to secure this.
You're just taking that.
Yeah, because I think you would want it, and I kind of want it too, so I want to just have it.
So now I'm in a very interesting space, because I only have 2 bread to sell right now.
Yeah.
But I could go and push my appeal as high as I can, up to 5,
Yeah.
and be able to sell those 2 bread and get 2 up in my value.
Yeah.
So basically take one of your value from bread. Because bread is your kind of, what you start in, what you're better than me at.
Huh.
So for me to be able to steal that kind of value is an interesting thing.
Yeah, but right now,
Because
he is having that value.
Yeah, that is true. But I was,
Yeah.
but still,
So
I can.
The thing that I should be best at, he's already better than
Yeah,
me.
but you will then, like, you will probably get more money. Because if I do that, I will lose money.
That is true.
I'm going to lose money doing that, but I might do that to just pump my value and then
It's interesting.
focus on my other factories
Very
to be
interesting,
able
yes.
to. Because if I want to do that, I'm now at 4. And if I want to go to 5, I'm going to sell my 2 bread for 3 each. And I'm going to lose 8 money if I do that.
Oh.
So that is a risk, but it
That is
might
a risky
be interesting.
business.
But I could put some value up there, or some quality, I mean. So maybe what I'm going to do, or I could do some promotion. I only have 2. I should have upgraded that. So what I might do is that I might go ahead and add.
Interesting.
I might add 2 quality. You jumped into cutlery, so I'm going to jump in and add 1 over here. So I'm at 3, and then I'm going to add 1 up here.
That is
Like
good.
that.
Cool.
And that is my action. And now I am into bread, so I am now going to push that down 1. So now I have an appeal of 5. I'm going to move that up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, moving past 3, so it's going up 1, 2, 3 spaces. And I'm selling my bread for very little money, but I'm getting the value for my shares.
And you're also just selling 2 bread, yeah.
So people love my bread because it's so cheap and there's not enough of it.
It's so rare and so cheap.
But you have a lot of bread and you're just, I'm sending the bread out of the country and it's going to be so bad when it gets where it's going to be. Like moldy and nice.
Yeah.
People love that in Norway.
Yes.
You send it from England to Norway and you're like, oh, it's bread, we can eat it. That's probably how the story is.
Yeah.
So, that is that. I did that. I'm going to do a...
Development,
I am
yeah.
going to add up my quality
Cool, that is
up to the
good.
max. But then again, I might want to start buying the shares before this pushes up too much.
You're like rod or light now.
Oh, so I'm going to go...
And then I can do that and then...
I am going to add up to buy the share. And that is that. We
Yes.
both done our actions for
Yep.
that round. That means that we are going to sell some bread.
Yep.
So you are going to be able to sell 3 bread.
Yes. So I will sell 3 bread
Uh-huh.
for the neat sum of 8.
Which is pretty good.
Pretty good.
That is almost
actually.
the same as the thing.
As the thing.
That's the thing.
Yes.
So yeah, you are selling that for 8.
Yes.
And are you also shipping some bread?
I'm shipping 2 of the bread as well. So
Then
that is
you
5 in
are going
total.
to use your ship card, which has
Yes.
2 ships. If you flip it over, you have spent 1 ship. And you have to move a ship token over to your track. You can only ship 9 times during the game. And okay, cool.
That is 1.
So now and then you have sold 5 bread.
Yep.
To get the value, you have to sell to England. So if you sell everything with ships, or you sell less than 2 into England, you will not get the value.
Yes.
Because your shares is only in England.
Yes.
So right now you have sold 5 bread, 2 for 8, 2 for 8.
3 for 8
for
and
8.
2 for 9.
So what is that?
So that is 20... No, that is 18 plus...
24. Which is 38.42.
No, you're... Are you sure?
Yeah, 8, 16, 24,
Yeah, that's true.
and 9, 18. So it's 42.
42.
And you have to pay how much?
It's still on 3.
Yeah.
3, 6, 9, 10.
Plus 9, so 19.
19, yes.
So that means you get 23. So 10, 20, that is very good.
That is actually very good.
That is amazing.
Yes.
I'm going to lose so much
And
money.
I'm going 1 up in value because I sold 2 to Great Britain.
So this selling thing is usually going to happen, you're just going to do it by yourself. So this is going to be longer on the video.
Yes.
So I am just going to do it super quickly. I'm selling 2 bread for the nice price of 4. That means I'm selling for 8. So I am selling for that. I'm going to pay the wages out of my pocket. So I pay 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is
Yes.
awesome. But I get 2 up in value. I do not know if that was a good move. I'm seeing that probably was not, because I'm at 50 and you're at 90, which is a lot of shares. So you can just buy.
But it's
that and you will
interesting
win.
that people can see like what you can do, because
Yeah.
it's always this balancing of getting good prices on your actual stocks, but also being able to buy the stocks.
Yes.
It's interesting.
It is.
So we're done with bread?
We are. So I am now the first player in
Yes.
the clothing. You did not go into clothing, so I'm
Nope,
pretty sure
you're
you're not going
all
to go
alone.
into clothing.
You'll
I do
wait
not
and see.
have a lot more quality. I could up these quality, but what I am going to do, I'm going to upgrade the factories.
Yes.
So I'm not going to get any more factories. I'm just going to upgrade them. So when you upgrade a factory, you will also upgrade the workers. So when I upgrade this...
Oh, yeah, I kind
upgrade
of
this.
forgot to tell you, but I did.
So I'm upgrading that, making more jackets. And I'm upgrading this, making more cutlery. I still have that machine over there. And that's it. So this means, though, that the level 3 workers that I have will never be a level 3 worker for this. So I can never get a level 3 worker. I can get a level 1 worker, which is really bad. The last level 3 level 1 worker is very, very bad. But I can never get the level 1 worker, level 3 worker.
Oh, yeah. But I can't do it either, right?
No, it's the same because you
Yes.
also upgrade them.
How do I get the level 3 worker?
You have
Because
to
I totally
upgrade the
forgot.
factory in the 3rd round. So maybe, for example, I do not want to upgrade this because it doesn't make sense because we already used it.
Yeah, that is.
So I might add 2 workers to that and then upgrade a lot next round to get the best bread factory in the world.
That makes sense.
I have upgraded those. I did not buy a new factory, so that is not going. The wages are not going to go up.
I just have a question.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
if
no,
I
it's-
buy the jacket factory in the last round, then can I have a level 3 worker there?
Yes.
And does it
Oh
then
no, you can get a level 3 worker. You just have to add it.
for these?
Yes.
Yes, because
because you can, but if you put it before level 3 or era 3, then you cannot get it. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
yeah, I can get level 3 workers
if you
for
add them in
these.
next round,
Yes,
that's true.
because
So-
I'm just like, how do I do that then?
So yeah, I upgraded those, and then I'm gonna set my prices for the jackets. Add these again. I am right now. I have a appeal of 1, which is not good. I need to be at a 5 if I wanna win. And I have 4 jackets, so it's okay that he goes up to 1. So I can. Like, it's basically like choosing, it's basically like you say, balancing the value and the amount that you get.
Very interesting.
So I think right here now I'm going to pay 11, 14, 17, 18. So I need to earn more than that. So if I know at 1, if I...
It's also very interesting that you can basically have some factories that you have like give you money, and then you see others to up your share price, share value. That is interesting. But you kind of have to see what your opponents do as well, because if Johannes now wants to really up his appeal on brand, then I should probably if I ship, or I should try to up him some, because this follows what we do.
So I'm going to end at appeal of 3.
Yes.
No, I don't want that. I want an appeal of 2.
Oh. So you up your price. Are you going to ship
Yeah.
out the country?
I need some money now. Because
Yeah, you
have
kind
all
of
the
do.
money. Yeah, I
Yes.
absolutely do. So that is that. That is my turn, and it's your turn. I need the
oh,
development. I'm gonna do this one to get more cheap chairs.
it's me. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just like, I haven't planned, but yes, I do. I need more workers for my factory.
Your cutlery factory.
Or do I want that? Because I'm planning on doing like more workers next round anyway. I'm already regretting all of my decisions, and that is how you do it in this game. You're kind of like, oh, what did I do? Screw me. My cutlery workers look like this. he gives me 1 cutlery and I have to pay like for 3 workers. So right now that is 9, and then I have to be sure that I have a cutlery that's worth more than 9. So that doesn't seem like a fair price to me right now. So I actually think I'm not going to put a worker here.
Okay.
Yet.
So what are you doing?
Yeah, you're raising a lot of good questions.
That's why I'm here.
Yes. Wait, what are we do? We did this?
We are at that now.
Yeah, so I'm getting a double turn before it's cutlery. Right? I get to do 2 more things.
Yes, it's you now and then it's you again.
Yeah, I kind of forgot. So actually, I think I'm going to up my quality some more, because quality is always nice to have, I feel like.
I agree.
And I'm going to actually, just up this too.
Okay.
To be
cool.
ready for cutlery time.
Oh yeah, I am going to do another development.
Oh, you forgot? No.
No,
oh,
I'm going to do this one instead.
Oh.
Being able to put in more.
That is actually quite good.
This makes it so that I can have this up to max 6, and I can add this card as well.
Yeah.
And I cannot have more than 2 cards, so I cannot take this. I have to discard this then. That's only going to let me, because this is going to give me more. This is going to give me the same basic. No, I'm just going to do what I did, and let's get on with my life.
Yes, I'm going to do the same development just to have this freedom in my life, and I'm done.
Okay, so now I'm going to sell jackets. I will be able to sell 2 to the market, and then I'm going to pay a ship to sell 2 more of them.
Pay a ship.
I'm going to do that. And so I'm going to sell 2 for 10 and 2 for 11. So that is 42, the same thing that you sold for.
Yes.
That's 42, and I have to pay 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Isn't that the same that you did? Or you had 19. So I then get 24.
Yes, that is good.
4. Now my value go up 1.
That is good. Nice.
Okay. And now we are here, and you are the start player.
Yeah, I'm not happy being the start player at Cutlery.
I am. Being lost in this game is amazing, by the way.
Yes, so I'm not happy about that. The positive thing is that I'm probably... Wait, who gets to decide?
The player who has the least value.
I decide, yes. Because I'm probably going to have less value.
If you're not going to buy any shares.
Yes. Oh, I kind of wanted to do that.
Probably not buying shares now is not good, because the shares are now cheaper than they are at the end of the game. You can buy shares at the end of the game, like the last thing you can do. But then it's going to be expensive shares, and that's not going to be good.
Yeah, so let's buy shares.
And if you think I'm saying shares like you sit on, that's not what you buy. You like stock.
Shares.
Stock, shares.
Yes, I'm going to buy shares. I'm actually going to remove this before I forget.
So when you choose the bank action, you will be able to first buy stocks. Then you will be able to take loans if you need to. That is very good, bad, because you will basically sell your shares. You will lose them at the end of the game. And after that, you will refresh your ship, so they will come back, so you can use them again.
Yep.
So how many shares do you want to buy?
I want to buy 2 at least for 15.
And you're probably going to have another one for 15.
Yes.
Because that is easier to count.
So that's 30.
1, 2, 3. That is 3 shares if you take up 3.
Yep.
Not that one. That is the value.
Sorry.
No worries. You're at 13.
2.
And you still have 60.
Yeah, I'm going to buy some more. I'm going to buy 2 more.
Then you're going to use 30 more.
Yep.
30.
And maybe 1 more. I think no, actually, I'm not sure how well I'm going to do with this.
How many did you buy now?
5.
5, okay, yeah, because there's 3 and 2, yeah.
Yeah, so actually, I think I will stop there.
Okay.
Because, I'm not sure how well this factory is going to be. So I'm happy about that.
And then you're going to set your price for the cutlery factory?
Yes.
So right now you have a price of 11 and an appeal of 4.
I'm just going to also
you
refresh my boat.
And you're probably not going to take any loans?
No, thank you. Then I will set my appeal. And right now you said my appeal is at 4.
Yeah, because of the office there is at 4.
I think actually I will have it at 5.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that...
So you have a value of 10, and it's going to be at 5.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Okay, okay.
You give it that?
I'm unsure. If I'm on 5, then I move him. I'm just going to say him.
The demand man.
This is Frank right now.
Frank the demand man.
Frank is going to move 1, 2, 3 spaces, so he's here if I'm on 5. And that makes it very easy for you to push it over there.
But you're only selling 1.
Yes.
Or maybe 2.
No, yeah, I'm selling 2. Huh.
Sassy.
Yeah, I'm totally going to sell 2. So it doesn't matter if he's at 2.
Okay.
Because I'm
Okay.
at 5.
So you're gonna go to 5?
Do I need to go to 5? No, let's put me at 4 and I'll see from there.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because
so
that's
2 up.
So that's where I am right now, and that is.
So I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up for you to not be able to sell 2.
Yeah.
So it depends on where you want to be, if you want to push the appeal or not.
Huh. I think actually I have a little money now, so I think I will push the appeal one more.
You're going to go to 5.
Yes.
And that's it?
I think I'm happy there.
Okay, so my turn. I am going to add some quality, I think.
I am unsure of this because it's very bad to be second. No, first. Because then you don't get to decide.
I'm going to push this up, be able to take
the final outcome.
And now I wanna see. Okay, so I have 3 cutlery, and that is gonna cost me a lot. This factory? No, it's not, because it's still at 3, and I have that for cutlery.
That is actually good.
I need to put this at least at a 4.
So at least I got Johannes to bump his prices down so he doesn't earn an insane amount of money.
And now I'm only selling 2, which is too little. So I'm going to push it down 2. So I move boom, boom. This goes up here. And now I can sell 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 3. But I am still going to sell them for 11.
That is good.
Which I think is decent. It's not really. It's...
Isn't that good?
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, maybe I did some... the bad action. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to buy shares instead.
Okay.
It made more sense than getting quality.
Okay.
Because
then you have to adjust, but...
No, I don't. This is value.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
So... I am going to buy some shares because I just said like you should do it, so maybe I should do it. My shares are 17, so it's a bit harder to count. But if I buy 3, that is going to be 34. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be 3 shares. And then I'm going to buy 2 more, which is 34, aren't I? No, then I'm not going to have a lot of money. Here is only where I lose money. So if I have 34, let's just do it. Let's be risky.
Yes.
I'm going to buy for 34, so that means I'm going to have 7 money left. I'm going to buy 2 more, so I'm now at 15.
Yeah, okay, so we're at the same amount of shares. I'm saying like chairs.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay.
But so we're not English, so who cares?
I put this up here already, and then we're going to go to selling. So let's just do that.
I am unsure if I took a development.
Yeah, I do not know if you did that.
I don't think I did, because the last thing I did was take that.
Okay.
And then I obviously did before the action.
Then you have to take one.
I take a development. I want to have 3 cards.
Okay. So now we're going to sell. I'm going to sell 3. The value is going to be 10. That's 30. I am paying 13, 14, 15. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that means I'm going to earn 12 money, which isn't good. Boom.
Boom.
Okay. And my value is going to go up 2.
Yeah, you're the king of value.
The king of value. So you are selling 1?
2.
2, you're selling that, yeah?
Yes.
And the value is going to be 10?
10.
So that's 20?
Yep.
And how much are you going to pay?
I'm paying 16, 17, 18.
So you earn $2.
Boop.
And you get 1 up in your...
1 up.
1 up.
Oh, yeah. So
Awesome.
at least that was negative, so I'm happy about that.
And then we are at the last round.
Yes, and now I'm second. No,
Yes, you are.
yeah, so you're starting.
I am starting.
Which is yay, but what? I'm alone here, so it doesn't really matter.
So we are at lamps, and I don't think I'm going to jump into lamps. Like, this is a short game. I think it's hard to go into all of them.
Yes.
So I don't think I am going to do that. I have this bread up here that is very bad.
Have this bad bread.
The bad bread. So I think probably like at the beginning of the next round, I'm going to spoil my action. I'm going to add some dudes so I can get the best dudes. So,
Oh, hold up. Did you use your boat now, or do you flip that because you just...
That's true.
Yes.
So, I have to do an action now, and I am not really sure what action to do, because maybe I should do some promotion for the bread, so I'm not going to lose a lot of money on the bread. I'm going to try to do that, I think.
You could buy 2 shares for all your money.
I could, but I don't think that's a good idea, because I will lose money on bread and I have to take loans. So I'm going to just add this. Like, probably we're not doing ultimate, like the best things here, but it's my excuse.
The ultimate things.
It's my excuse for not doing the best thing. Okay, so I'm going to add 2 of those because I didn't upgrade that at all, so that's kind of bad. But it will help me with the bread. And that's that. And then I think I'm going to take that, or are I not going to do that? Because I do not have any more. I could up that 1 more, but the game is soon over, which is kind of the thing. So I think I'm going to grab this.
No! My thing, my card, my one true love, I don't know.
Whoa, that's make me sad. Okay, that is my turn.
I just wanted it.
I am not moving any prices because I don't have lamps. Your go.
Yes, so I actually am really curious to jump into jackets, because if I do it now, it seems like the best, what do you call it?
Moment.
Time to do it.
Yes.
So I think I'm doing it.
That sounds cool.
Yes.
So you're adding a new factory. That means the wages are going up.
This is probably super stupid, but let's do it. Let's rock and roll.
As I said, on these videos, it's good to do strange stuff because
this is
you have
to
an excuse
play the game.
You have an excuse for not winning. Like, oh, it was just I just did something.
I just did something new. I didn't
You
know.
can just add it on the top. Oh, you want
No,
it in the
I
correct
want
order.
it in the correct order, or it will just make me and everybody else dizzy.
Probably not everybody, but
dizzy tunes.
people. Okay.
Yep, like that. And I'm going to put 1 over where I'm not, and 1 over here, and that is my action.
Yeah,
right?
you have to do a development. Well, first you have to set the value, and then you have to do a development.
So I'm at 4 now, and that is right. And he's going to do nothing, so I can sell 3 where I'm at.
Yeah.
So I'm actually super happy where I am.
Okay, cool.
Isn't that right?
No, you're at 4 right now, so that is wrong. You have to turn that and do that one down if you...
Wait, I'm at 4 now, and I'm at 4 there.
Oh yeah, it's correct.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
And
you said 3, selling 3, so...
And I do 4...
Yeah, absolutely. I just thought wrong.
So I'm happy where I am.
You're selling 3.
Yes, so I just need a card, and then a development.
You didn't take one? Okay.
No, I didn't. And actually then I think...
You want this?
Yes.
You can have it, it's mine.
Thank you. I want the... yes, that one, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's do it.
And then you can sell your lamps. You're going to sell 3 lamps.
Yes, I'm going to sell 3.
And you have to sell. Like, if you can sell to the market, you have to sell to the market. So you are selling then... How many? 3?
3 for 14.
Which is 14, 28, 38, 42. It's the same as you sold last time.
Yeah, it's absolutely the same.
And
negative the same as well.
So it's... no, because you upgraded the factory. Didn't you? Yeah, you upgraded the factory. So it's 15...
But is it 40? Because I sold for 42 last time, didn't I? I don't know.
But it's 14,
just
28, 38, 42.
Yes.
42, yeah. So that's 42. And how much negative?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Plus 15.
Plus 15,
21.
yeah. 21.
So you get 21.
Yay!
This is easier when you play because you use calculators. I just didn't think we were sitting with calculators.
And also in English.
And then your value goes up 2.
Yep.
Mine goes up 0. So now you are getting very good last round because you're getting a value in all of them if you sell at least 2. So that is the end of that round. And that means that I have more value than you because I have 15 times 19. You have 15 times 18.
Yep.
So you are going to decide who starts.
Woohoo! Actually, it's not that important for me right now, but I doubt that you will get into lamps.
We'll see.
Yeah, you could, but absolutely, I then want you to go first there.
And this is going to be this. Yeah, but this is very good for you because I'm not going to go into lamps probably.
Probably
which
not.
means that you will be able to be lost in everywhere you want to be, basically.
But this.
Yeah, but that's not important for you.
Not important for me right now.
So we are over here, and the green is going up. And that means, did he go over on all of them? Yes. So these are going up as well, or down, which it is.
And this is going over to the next era.
So we have the last round. I only have very few things left to do. So.
Oh, did we remember to push Frank down when we did this?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
So I think I am gonna do something. I have so little money. I'm not gonna win this. I am gonna add some workers to my factories. There is one more.
And then you get level 3 workers, right?
Yes, I do.
That is good.
I am gonna add both of these. So I'm gonna add the level 2 and the level 3 over here. Like that.
But then, now you have a level 1 factory on bread. Because you kind of decided not to upgrade it last time.
I do not think there's anything in the rules that says I cannot have a level 3 worker.
I'm just curious.
If it is, we played wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But if I understood it correctly.
Yeah.
If not, somebody tell us in the comments and we will add it in the description.
Yes.
That was not wrong. I cannot make cutlery in a...
You cannot make cutlery in a bread factory or a jacket factory.
No. So that is my action, and then I'm gonna set my value. Now I'm making 8 bread. This is a problem because I have this horrible thing here. Okay, but right now I can sell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bread, and I'm actually at 6.
Oh, I actually have my...
I'm selling my bread for like the lowest value in the world. So how much bread do I want to sell? If I up that, I can sell 6 bread till the ships. That means that I want to sell 2 bread. So
I'm just looking at all of the jackets that I can produce. It's insane, and you're producing that many jackets. It's wow.
So I am.
That is a lot of jackets.
Okay, so the thing is, I'm gonna try something now. I am gonna put my appeal down to 3. So that means I'm gonna go 2 down in appeal. How can I do that? I can put that up, which means I'm at 0 or 2 appeal, and I want to be at 3. Like that.
Yes.
Because you're probably going to push it up a bit, but probably not more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're probably not going to want to sell 8 bread. And if you do, yeah, it's okay. So, and then I'm going to up my selling value for the ships, so I can sell more goods on the ship, and I'm done.
That is good. So I want to have some workers as well. So this goes another up.
I didn't put it up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So boom, boom.
Oh, so it's going to be more expensive now with all the workers that we got.
Yes.
So I have to...
So you could not take workers if you wanted to.
But question. I don't know. Could I place this only and not this if I needed? No. So I at least...
I'm pretty sure you can't, but you have to do it in order. Which makes sense.
Want the workers on the ones that I haven't got any workers yet. So I want to do that. And I want more workers
And you can add as many as you want, because you will have to pay for them when they produce.
Whew. Yes.
Yeah.
That is going to be a, yeah.
We will see how this goes.
Yep. So actually I'm just like thinking of doing all, but that is probably
I'm cheating.
bad.
I added this with the machines.
Yeah, that would be good.
And I added this with the machines.
Oh, I prefer you not doing that. If I can do it also, it's nice.
Oh, that's going to be very expensive. 4, 8,
it's
16,
insane.
20, 24.
Yep.
We'll see how it goes. I'm probably gonna go
Yes.
a bit positive. I will.
So I'm first here, so I'm not going to go like heavily into that, just in case I can't sell that much. So I'm just trying to do this.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I might change my mind if I see that bread is impossible for me to sell right now, but I'm trying. Okay.
So then you will set your value and appeal for bread.
Yes, and I have 8 bread to sell right now. And that means I need an appeal on 8.
Or you can use some chips.
Yes, I can. But I kind of don't want to use chips because... Yes.
Because if you want your appeal at 8, you're going to have a value of 2. Which is not very good.
That is bad.
Then you can sell 8 bread for 2 each. People are going to be like, bread!
But right now my appeal is at 2.
Yes.
Yes. That is... horrible. So I want I have to do this at least because I at least need 4 appeal, maybe more. Okay, so I'm just going to do like this, and then I'm on 5. No, I'm 6, right now, and then that is good
because you are if you do that. Gonna go 1, 2, 3. And it's gonna go 1, 2, 3. So you can sell 6.
6. That is very good.
And you can use just 1 chip to sell the last 2.
Yes, but yeah, and those are going to be worth 4. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for that because I need my value to go up now. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah. So now we're gonna sell some bread. So you do it first. You're gonna sell 6 bread.
Yeah.
Are you gonna sell the last 2 with the chip?
Yes, I am.
So you're selling 6 for 4.
Yep.
Which is 4, 8, 12,
24.
16, 20, 24, yeah.
And 2 for 9.
And that is 16 more, so that is 40.
Yeah, 40.
And remember to put on a 40. And how much do you pay?
I pay
for it's
21 plus 30, so 30. I earn 10. Yep. That is not actually half bad.
And you go up 2 spaces.
Yes.
And I am then gonna sell 1, 2, 3, and basically I'm gonna spend my 2 boats to ship the rest because I can sell 3 on each.
Oh, nice.
So, but I'm gonna then go 2 down in value. So
yeah,
right
but
now
you're earning more money than me though. That is good.
So I am then basically selling all of them for 8 each.
Yeah.
So 8 times 8
is 64.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And I'm gonna pay the same as you, right? Because we have the same, which is how much was it? 30?
Yeah.
No, this isn't upgraded, so it is then.
1 less.
Yeah, so 29. And how much was I gonna get? 64.
64.
Minus 33.
Oh, that is
1,
good.
2, 3.
That is better than my 10.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you almost got.
And I'm going up 1 because I sold at least 2. So that's it.
Yep.
And going over here, and now you're first.
Yes. So I tried not to take one more jacket here. I had some things that I kind of wanted to do, but what? Oh, I'm pretty sure I just forgot to take a development because we did this and we jumped right into the sales.
Okay, yeah.
So I actually want to just do a development here in case I need to. Sorry
for the small rule goofs. We hope you still enjoy watching the video. It's still pretty new for us doing these playthroughs. We haven't done them for quite a bit, but we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, so right now I am in 0 appeal, but I sell them for 11, and I have 4.
So you can sell 0. That's also an important thing we haven't said. Like the appeal is the max thing amount you can sell.
Yes.
But it basically says itself because of the way this works.
So I want to be on at least 4, maybe more. That it rhymed.
Maybe more. That's what you are going for. Oh, that was almost good, but I rhymed 4 with 4. I'm not a freestyle rapper.
Okay, so I think I have to do some quality. But I can just do 2 quality, and that's no good. Or actually,
Good. But if it's 2 quality is better than 0, 0 is bad.
I can actually save 6 money if I upgrade this
Okay. To machines.
To machines, yeah. So so that is the question, though. Am I going to then do an what do you call it? A quality upgrade that gives me 6 coins? Do you get me?
How are you going to do a quality upgrade against 6?
This saves me $6, so then I have to like weigh what is worth the most for me.
That depends. Like if you add 2 quality there,
yeah,
which you can't because all your cards are out, so you have to use the new card, so you cannot add more than 1.
Yeah, but I can add 2 of these.
Yeah.
And this is equally good because we're in the last round.
Yeah. So that means that you can add, if you sell all of them, then that's 8.
Oh, that is 8. So that is better.
That's better, yeah.
That is better. Okay, so maybe I'll do that then. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay. Oh, this seems so inefficient, but
yeah, but it's okay.
Let's just do it. Okay, so right now I'm at appeal and 2, and I want to be at 4. So if I do like this, I'm at 4,
You're going
right?
up to 4 on jackets.
Yeah, let's do it.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're going over 3 of them.
Now you put me on 5.
So you're going up 1 less.
And how much do you need to go up now?
I can sell 7 jackets if I want to.
You can sell 7, so I might want to go up 1 more, so it's less likely that this will bug me. But that is...
But if you go 1 more, then this is also going to go up 1 more.
That is true.
Which is interesting. There's a lot of interesting
Very
things
interesting.
here. I like this game.
Okay. I think actually I will just stop there, and I will just use my both if I need to.
Yeah. So you do a development.
But it's so... And he's up there. So I'm pretty okay. Just checking. Just checking. 4 for 8. Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm just fairly sure then that I need to do that. And go 1 up.
Okay.
Up. Because then if just let me, then you have to go 1, 2, 3. And you have to go 4 for it to be a problem for me. And you have 8?
I have 7 jackets.
You have 7 jackets.
Or 8 if I want to.
And you don't have any ships?
I have no ships right now. I could do a stock action and get the ships back.
You could do that.
Okay.
Okay. Boop, boop, boop.
You ready?
I have 4, right? So if it's up on... I'm just trying to... If I can sell 2... Sorry, I can sell 3 there.
Yes, you can.
But
or 4 because you can do a development.
No, but I want to sell 2 there so I get... I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just leave it there. I'm overthinking everything.
A lot of time for
because
not knowing what you're doing.
Because I think it was bad for me to do this when I'm selling in ship anyways.
But we are mostly doing this not to show your absolutely mastery of games, which you usually have, but more for people to understand the game.
Yes.
And you'll now understand if you can get AP in the game.
A little.
If you play with Sunniva, you will get some AP moments, which is fine, because I still like you. Okay, so
I'm lucky.
You have to put up a development.
Yeah.
If you want to do the rest of your turn, that is.
Yes.
And I'm just going to do my turn.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yeah, let's just do what you need to do.
So I can sell 7. So I have 2 kind of thoughts. I could either get some shares, some more shares, or I could go ahead and do some machines. You had to. I thought you were just starting listening to me again.
No.
I was like, I'm forgetting what I'm doing. Okay, so I need, but the machines were going to be. But that's 2 machines, and that's 2 machines. I'm not going to get any more from that. So I think maybe I am... But I want to go up there. How much do I have to do that? So right now, if I do this... How much are you selling your jackets for?
Infinite.
That's not an answer.
Right now I'm selling them for...
Not right now, that's what you're selling them for.
9.
You cannot do anything with that.
I think I'm selling it for 9. Yeah, I am.
So right now I'm at 6, but I'm selling the jackets for 6, which isn't very good.
But you're selling a lot of jackets, so that's not that bad actually. You're getting more money than me. I think I haven't calculated. Are you trying to calculate?
Yeah, I'm just calculating in Norwegian inside my head because it's easier to do math in my head in Norwegian. So I have two kind of things. I could either do shares and get the boat. I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably going to do another thing. I'm probably going to add this. So I can basically add 2 in value to the shares. So now I'm at 6. But if I go to 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, or up here, I'm moving... I was there, right? So I'm moving up 2. So now I can only sell 5.
Yep.
And I need to sell 7.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to go up 2 more.
Yeah.
And then, let's over this if I'm there. So right now I'm selling for 8, but I can only sell 5. I do not have any ships. So probably it's going to be better to sell all of them for more money.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to sell them for 6 because I have to go all the way up here, right?
We are on jackets.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So I was down here, which is then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, we're here in Jacket Land. I have 4, 5, 6.
I'm pretty sure you messed up now because you did right for the first time you calculated, you moved up on this. I'm pretty sure. And then now that you come back to it, you did this instead. Maybe. So I think this is way off right now.
So it should have been higher up?
I have no idea.
Okay, let's just put it because it makes no sense that it's lower than this because it started higher.
I have no idea.
No, but I'm just going to move it. I'm pretty sure it was in 1, so I'm just going to do that.
Yeah, maybe.
Does that make sense?
I'm not sure, but it's fine.
Okay, yeah.
I don't remember.
It's not the end of the world if you...
No, I think actually you did right. Yeah,
okay,
I think you...
Yeah. It's not the end of the world if we do anything wrong. We will see. If we did wrong, we did wrong. So,
I'm pretty sure we messed up.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't matter. Let's not spend time on that. So I have now an appeal of 8. I'm selling it for 6. Okay, so but 8, if I go up 2 more, boom, and that will make me be able to sell 7. So I'm going to do that.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to get a development. Is there anything I really need? I'm going to just up quality. No, I'm just going to grab this quality card. I cannot have another card. Oh, but I have this as well, but I can spend that there. Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay, we'll try that.
Are you hoarding that forever?
No,
You're going to marry it?
I'm just not needing it.
I need it. Just use it. I want to take it.
Up this, I think, just to be able to maybe do that. Okay, so that's it. And then we are going to sell.
Yes.
So I am then selling 7 jackets.
Yep. That's a lot.
And this is going to go up 2, so I'm just going to do that when I remember it. So 7 jackets, and there is a value of 6 for each. And 6 times 7 is?
42. Yep.
Yes, it is. 42, and I'm spending 4, 8, 16, 20, 21, 32. So I'm earning 10.
Yeah, I think you're doing better than me, though, so...
Your turn.
Yes. So I can sell 3 to the nation, and I then can sell 1 here, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. It has a value of 9. You sold for 6, right?
Yes.
So 3 times 9 is 27. And I... Oh, ouch. This is also 16.
Yeah.
I'm going in 0 on this
Okay.
factory, so it doesn't help. Yeah, it erases 1 though.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just say that I'm not shipping. Oh, I'm not using it. Say that I'm not shipping, because then it makes me go down. And I don't want that. Maybe I want that. I'm not sure. Okay, yes. What did I say? 28, right?
You're
for
selling
three.
for
3 jacket, that was 27 for 9. 9 times 3 is 27.
yeah.
And I have 11, 12 plus 16.
It's
28.
yeah.
So I get one negative
One
coin.
And you have one left. Do you want to ship it or not? I don't think that's going to be worth it.
No, I don't think so.
Because that is 15 negative points basically right now.
So I am happy where I am, so I go 1 up.
Yeah, so you could have used that later, but you can't now because it's the last round and we are playing the basic version.
Yes.
So that
But I can show you how it's done though. So we just move on, but I now have 1 jacket laying there that I could sell later. I'm selling it at the end of the game though.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's the end of the jacket round. Okay, so we are moving on to cutlery. And I am the first player in cutlery.
Yes, you are.
Which is very good for you.
Yep.
So what am I going to do now? I think I'm going to need some ships to be able to sell. I have this. This is my last time to use it because I'm not into lamps. So that means I am going to do a get shares action. So I can get now 2 for 22. I'm going to do that at least. So we're at 62. That means I'm at 40. And if I use 22 more, I am going to do that. So that means I'm at 18 and I cannot afford any more. So that's that. I'm not going to take any loans. So I'm going to refresh my ships. And now I have 3, 6, 7 cutlery. And or basically 8 cutlery. I can send 6 of them off and I want to send at least 2 of them over here. So that means, but if I do that, I will get, if I use 2 ships, I will get even less value.
Yeah.
And that means I have to have a lot of shares to be able to take over your spot because that will basically, make you win. So I'm gonna go ahead and, so right now I'm at 6. I'm at 6. This was probably wrong, but we're just gonna have to play it.
Yeah, we just do it.
It doesn't really matter. This is more for you knowing how to play the game. So and a value of 10. So if I put that up to 6, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3. So it's probably gonna go to at least 2.
Yeah.
How much do you want to sell? The same.
Yeah.
So you also want to push it
there.
like a bit more up, maybe even to 3, which means if I'm at let's just put me to 6. Boom, I'm gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I can sell 5. And maybe I'm gonna push it up 1 more. Because then I can sell the same amount. But
You're more safe to actually sell that amount now.
But I'm probably going to push you to go all the way up here, which means it's going to go 3 more. And I'm just going to sell 1, 2, 3, 4, which is fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
You're fine?
Yeah.
Development?
Oh yeah, it doesn't really matter because this is basically my last action because the thing next round doesn't really matter for me.
Yes.
So I'm just going to do that then.
Yes.
Your turn.
Okay, so I'm now at we're cutlery, right? I'm at 4 and I'm at 5 there. No, I'm at 5. Yes, that is true. So actually right now I'm earning 10 per cutlery and I want to sell 6.
You need to do an action first.
Yeah, I'm talking about what I want to do.
It sounded like you wanted to do your adjustment of prices.
Yeah, I need to, I actually want to buy shares because I want
that sounds good.
Half price off. But I just need to see if I need more quality here. I actually can't do that right now. I can do the, what do you call it?
The distribution.
Yes, I can. Okay, so I need my, so you see that the round-like structure is a little fluctuating because you have to consider all things at the same time. This is a 2 now, so I want to be at 7 to sell all my, I can't.
If you want to sell 7 without using ships, you have to be at 9.
6, I have to sell 6.
So you have to be at 8, but if you're at 8
this
then
is on
it's going to be on 3, so you have to be on 9.
9, and I'm not gonna do that.
Because then the price is going to be like 0.
Yes, but I can sell this via boat.
Yes, you can.
So that means that I only actually need to sell 2. But yeah, then I'm leaving you up there, but I think that is better for me to sell it. And then I'm actually happy where I am. I can actually go even one. Is that good for you to be?
No, it's bad. It's bad.
Oh, it's bad.
Because I have a worse value here than I have on my ship.
Haha. Yes. So
You have to do that on your, but you cannot do it now. Basically, you have to do your action first.
Yeah, I'm doing. I'm selling.
Okay, so
I'm buying share.
Do this now,
Yes.
and then you can do your action.
I'm buying shares.
Okay, so you buy 2 for 22.
Yes.
Because it's rounding up.
Yep.
So like that and that. 2.
Yeah.
2.
2.
So you're at 17.
Yes.
And you want to buy some more?
I'm not sure. I think actually I won't.
Okay.
I want to, I don't want to do that.
Okay. And then you can move this down one if you want to do that.
Yes, I want to do that.
And you can take a development.
Because then I'm at 4 and I can sell, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm happy about
Okay.
that.
Then you can take one development.
Yes, I do like this.
And we can sell stuff. So over here now I can sell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is horrible. That is very horrible. So I'm not going to use this basically because...
Wait, how many can I sell here? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then I have to sell 3 more boats. So
I'm not
happy
gonna sell
about that.
I'm gonna
doing
sell
this.
6 times 9. How much is that?
54.
54.
Yes.
And I pay 2, 4, 6.
This was
8,
completely useless.
12,
Yeah.
16.
Never mind.
17, 27, 30. How much did I get? 54?
54.
So I get 24. 21, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
That is not bad.
It is pretty bad.
Okay, but you get 2 up in value. You did that?
Nope.
Nope. I wish you had already done it.
Oh, or did I?
No.
No, I didn't because
Yes.
that makes sense.
Okay, so it's me. And I'm selling each for 11.
Yeah.
And I'm selling 3. And 3 for 13.
Okay, so you get 33 for the 3. I'm just going to do that.
Oh, I refreshed my boats.
Yeah.
So
and you
I
need to
have
put on a
1.
boat token.
Yep.
So you use then, that's the 33 you sold for 11.
Yes.
And then you sold 3 for 13.
Yes.
So that is 39.
Yep.
3 and then 9, so you get you have 112.
Whoop.
You're gonna win because you have a lot of money.
And then I have to pay my things as well.
Yeah.
So that is a lot of money out. Could you count?
It is 43. So 1,
Ouch.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
So how many points did that net me?
Like,
Not a lot.
No, under 10, I think.
Yes.
Okay, and your value goes up 1.
Yay! This is not very good.
We're gonna end up at the exact same value because yours is gonna go up 2 on laps, and then we're gonna end there.
Yeah.
So it's your turn for
Yes.
laps. I'm basically gonna do not very good things on this action.
Yeah, I think actually I want to sell 5 lamps, and it's no problem for me to sell some with a boat now. So I want to actually just push myself 1 more, so I can.
But are you gonna do an action first?
Yeah, I'm going to buy shares again.
Yeah,
I
makes
just
sense.
forgot.
So you're buying 2 for 22.
Yes.
2, 2.
Boop.
And then you have 47, so you're probably going to buy at least 1 more.
Yeah, I'm going to buy 2 more because I'm fairly confident.
Yes.
How many?
You're at 3 now.
Oh, okay.
You're going to go positive.
Okay, do you
That's
think
not-
so?
Yeah, of course.
So 2 more. Yeah.
How are you at 21?
I were at 17 and I bought 4.
Makes sense.
Yes.
You're just winning so badly.
And then I'm doing this that I was.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going 1 up in. So I'm at 5. So 1
you're up there.
and 1, and then I can sell 4 and I can ship 1 there if I need to, and I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
So you are then. You are then selling. Or it's going to be my turn.
Yeah.
I'm basically just going to spend 24 on 2 shares because that's cheaper. 1, 2, 1, 2,
And I'm taking development, but it doesn't matter.
So you have already won the game because I cannot afford anymore. And you're going to get money and you're going to buy more shares.
Yeah, that is true.
So you won the game. Okay, but let's just quickly do the end.
Yes.
So you are selling your lamps.
Yes, I am.
You're selling how many for what
I'm
price?
selling 4 for 13.
13, so that is 45?
No.
Isn't it?
4 times 12 is 44, so it's 48. No,
How?
sorry.
It's 13 times 4?
Yeah.
13, 26, 52.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it wasn't 13. Was it?
Yeah,
52.
13.
Okay,
Yeah.
45, 46. So this video is going to be called Arkwright the card game. Watch us do math.
And I'm selling 1 for 15.
1 for 15. So,
And I have to pay 16, 20, 24, 28,
because
30,
this cheaper one is only for the first.
40. Oh, yeah, I didn't do the cheaper one for. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, so those are
5,
gonna...
6 plus.
No, they're 2 each.
Are they 2?
No. The wages are 4, and this is negative 2.
Oh yeah, so 2, 4.
So 2 of them are 1 basically.
8. So this is 10.
Yeah.
And these
Plus
are 12,
22,
22,
27.
37.
37, yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Math.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's
5, 6, 7.
let's
It's starting
do
to be a bit late in Norway or when we're filming this, so like my math brain is going. And in English, it's very much harder to do calculating.
Yes,
my brain.
very, yeah. But yeah, and I get 2 up in value.
Yes. And then the game is basically over.
Yes.
And you get to buy shares at the end.
Yep.
So you have.
I have 100, right?
No, you don't.
Yeah, that's right.
By no means do you have 100. You have enough for 1 more share.
Yay.
So that is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you end up with 22 shares and a value of 24. I ended up with 20 shares and a value of 24.
And I have to subtract
Yeah, so me
2
too.
values, so I'm at 22, 22.
So I'm at 20, 22. So you ended up winning the game.
But it's that close.
It's very close.
like
It was that as well when you play with 3 players.
Yeah.
So that was the playthrough. Like this was a long video, which is gonna be. It's a lot shorter when you just sit down and play the game because you don't have to explain the action. You don't have to do the shipping separately. We thought we should do that because it would make more sense.
Yes.
So let's do. Even though this is a preview, I want to do like a little bit of a discussion about this because a lot of people are probably gonna skip just to this section to see what we think about the differences of this and Arkwright. What we think about the different. How it works together, basically.
Yes, absolutely.
So, first of all, I really like this.
I love it. I just have to say, I would choose this over original Arkwright any day, but that is because Arkwright is a job for me to play. It's so tough. It takes a long time. This gives me the same thinky feeling. Not that meaty, but meaty enough for me. And it feels more like a fun game. Yeah. Than a job. So I'm super happy with this game.
I love Arkwright. I think Arkwright is the better game, but it is 4.5 hours long. And this we played with 3 players in 2 hours and 10 minutes. And if we played the same 3 players again, we would probably play it in 1 hour 45 minutes. If you don't have AP players, you would play it faster because Suno gets AP, I get AP. All of the 3 of us got AP basically when we play these 3 players. I will say, if you see this 2-player game and you feel it's a bit lackluster, I'm gonna say my honest opinion. I agree. I think that this is gonna be a lot better, or it is a lot better with more players.
I agree.
Because of a lot of tension in this game comes from this. Comes from competing with other players, and you don't get that too much in a 2-player game.
I agree.
So I would say that the 3-player game and the 4-player game is gonna be where this game shines.
Yes.
But we wanted to do a 2-player playthrough anyways to show you basically the functions of the game, to show you how it works, and it is very cheap on Kickstarter. Like, this is not saying that we're not getting sponsored, we're not getting paid to do this.
Nope.
But this is one of the best value for money Kickstarters I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because $29 for a Kickstarter nowadays is unheard of. And $29 for this game is extremely
really good,
well valued. So I Really adore this game. I think it managed to do what I want from a smaller game.
Yes.
Take the core DNA of the game but change it so it makes sense to play the two games. Not make a card game that's basically a carbon copy of the game just with some cards. This is very different. You can feel at Arkwright, you feel like you have a lot of things, but it is lighter, it is easier to get to the table. I would rather play Arkwright. I know you said you wouldn't, but I would rather play Arkwright if I had the time and the players who would like it. But I think this is a really great as well to use, maybe to pivot people into more heavy economic games, because it isn't that hard, but it's a lot of hard decisions. You only have a few actions, so it is a lot to think about, but it's not too hard to learn, and it's not too hard to play. It's not a gateway game by any means, but it's a great next step for economic games, I would say.
Because I've heard of many game groups that are a little on offense on Arkwright because it's a beast of a game.
It is.
And this is a cheap and very efficient way to get your group there and dip your toe in the water, and it's an excellent game even if you're not going to get to Arkwright in the end. This is an amazing game by itself. I love this, what he's done with the doing the action and how you manipulate the market and how much appeal you need to sell compared to the other players. It's much simpler, and I love how he has transformed it to kind of feel like the same way, but be simpler and very clever.
It's a lot less mean as well.
Yes.
Arkwright can be very mean. You can basically get screwed by somebody doing something, but you could see that coming. Or you should play better. But this is a lot nicer. So if you don't like a lot of direct interaction in games, we don't usually like direct conflict, but direct interaction in Euro games I tend to start liking. This is more like a nicer way of it, but even here you can interact and make other people's life miserable if you want to.
Yeah, we had the chance at a few moments in this game. You could have gone one more up and screwed me a little bit over.
Yeah, but
then again, shipping in this game is also easier than in the original Arkwright.
Yes.
It's so many things that I love. It's really captured how to make a complex game into also enjoyable, a little simpler game. So this is what I want from this game, and I really love it.
I think that's basically all we had to say.
Yes.
I think you should go check out the Kickstarter campaign if you haven't done so already. This is a very, very good game, and for the money, as I said, it's a great, amazing value. We hope you have enjoyed the playthrough. If you are still here, or if you just skipped your hair, skip back and just watch some of the playthrough and give us a comment what you think about it. We are working towards doing more playthroughs, and we hope you enjoyed this one. And that's the end of the video, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Senema.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.